Chapter 1. Most people live unhappy lives because they misunderstand the origin of joy. We come into this world as innocent babies, and the majority of us grow up experiencing joy in its fullness. But things quickly change as we mature into adulthood. The negative emotions we experience as adults seem to tear down our happiness tank bit by bit, and this can continue until we completely lose touch with the essence of happiness. Many adults don't even believe they can ever be joyful again. Unhappy living is frustrating. The only thing that keeps you moving is the responsibilities beckoning to you. You go to work early, return late, and sometimes even continue working at home, all not because you derive joy from what you do, but because you don't have any other option. You wish you could be like the joyful people you see around you, but always give up in despair because joy is a gift, and some people are lucky enough to have it while the majority doesn't. But what if your assumption is wrong? What if there's a way for every adult to find joy again, and not just find it for a while, but continue to live happy lives throughout their lifetime? It's possible, and that's one thing James Baraz has been studying and teaching over 30 years. True happiness is not just exclusive to some people, it's a gift that we all possess. Joy is an inherent quality in all humans. It often gets buried by suffering and pain, but it's still there nonetheless. When joy becomes absent in our lives, we tend to associate it with certain people and things. We wish for material things, spouses, kids, and money because we think that's what holds the key to our next level of happiness. But we get it wrong because external things can only give you momentary joy. For the joy that lasts, you need to look within. You need an awakening to help you rediscover the joy you've always had in you, and that's what this summary is all about. We'll go into the keys and strategies in subsequent chapters, but first, a disclaimer. Nobody is joyful 100% of the time. The happiest people on the earth still experience negative emotions like anger, sadness, and so on, but what makes them different is that they experience these emotions but quickly find their way back to being joyful by consciously or subconsciously using any of the proven strategies we'll be discussing. Chapter 2. Be serious about your intention to be happy. If you take to the street and ask the first 100 people you meet if they want to be happy, guess what the result would be? Every single one of them would say yes. We all want to live happy lives. Some psychologists even believe happiness is our primary driving force. But this begs to question, if we all want to be happy, why aren't we? The answer is surprisingly simple. There's a difference between the desire to be happy and a clear intention for the same. It's not just enough to want happiness. You have to be intentional about it. Most people are not intentional about their joy. The journey of awakening joy begins with setting a clear intention. James Baraz. Think about it. Will the desire to eat your favorite meal automatically cause the food to find its way to your tummy? Certainly not. You have to take actions like preparing the meal yourself or getting it from a restaurant. The same thing applies to joy, too. Intentionality governs manifestation. So, how can you be intentional about joy? Start with an intentionality statement. Something like, I choose to be happy. I am intentional about living a joyful life, and today is a great day to show it. Use either of the two or come up with your own. Just writing or saying your intention out loud unleashes a magical power that opens your heart for joy to flow in. A good practice is to write your intention where you see it every day, or better still, set up time blocks within your day dedicated to just speaking out your intention. As you begin this practice, you may notice objections coming from your mind. You may start having thoughts that make you feel you're lying to yourself. Your past may flash back in your mind just to make you feel unworthy and give up. But neglect all of those and focus on regularly confessing your intention. Chapter 3. Mindfulness focuses your attention on the present, reduces worry, and makes you a more joyful person. Living in the present is the secret to awakening joy, and mindfulness helps you do that. Mindfulness takes intentionality and conscious practice because we live in a highly distracted world. The mind is continuously going back and forth between the thoughts of the past and worries about the future, but mindfulness helps you tame it so it can focus on your present life. Mindfulness awakens joy in us by making us see the beauty of our present conditions. You don't need to smash all your goals or to possess the thing you dream about to be a happy person. You just have to learn to be present and experience the peace of now. Perhaps you've heard about mindfulness but have no idea how to start practicing. The thought of it may even make you slightly nervous, but that's okay. Here's a simple way to start. Take your attention away from the device you're using for this summary and just focus on your environment. Use your 5 senses to interact with the environment. What sounds can you hear? What are the objects in view? Can you smell anything? Breathe in and out slowly as you savor the beauty of your immediate world. You'll find yourself noticing objects and scents that you hitherto didn't take record of. Now, proceed to examine your body. What posture are you in? What is your breathing like? Observe the thoughts flowing through your mind. Just observe, don't judge or try to correct them. Mindfulness is being present and acknowledging reality for what it is, without trying to fix it. The power of mindfulness lies in its ability to make you focus on the joy of the present. Mindful people tend to be more productive, happy, and creative. Inject mindfulness in all you do, be it relationships with your family members, the work you do, or even things as little as walking the dog. The thing about this practice is that its results are practical and super obvious. Chapter 4. Find strength amid pain. Suffering and pain are givens in life. Some people indeed have it easier than others, but all humans who live long enough will experience the whole range of both pleasant and unpleasant emotions. It's easy to be joyful when things are going well, but during hard and trying times, we tend to react differently. Some live in denial by avoiding their pain, others resign to it and suffer, and still yet, some others begin to resent life and get bitter. The way you react determines the sort of outcome your life produces. What's more, there's a better way to react to pain that helps you go through it more easily. It won't take away the pain, but the practice would give you a more positive perspective. You came across that practice in the previous chapter. It's called mindfulness. We'll soon see how mindfulness helps here, but first, let's talk more about pain. Some people walk in the rain, others just get wet. Roger Miller. There are different types of pain. Let's categorize them to brief and lifelong pains. Brief sufferings include most physical pains and the pain of losing your job, house, or any other precious thing that can be replaced in the future. A good example of a lifelong suffering is the death of someone you love dearly. Grieving may end after a while, but for some people, they never completely recover. Another kind of lifelong pain is suffering from an incurable disease. No matter the type of suffering you're experiencing, learn to use mindfulness meditation to enjoy other aspects of life. For example, as a widowed mother, it can be difficult to get over the loss of your husband, even after mourning him for a while, but by practicing mindfulness, you can learn to enjoy life. You do this by being in the moment each time you're at work, relating with your kids, or volunteering somewhere. Mindfulness practice helps take your mind off pain and lets you focus on the blessings all around you. Chapter 5. Your happiness is linked to that of others. All virtues in life are locked up in your soul. Joy, love, kindness, peace, self-control, and so on are all found within you, but they aren't there just for you to possess them. They are there for others to enjoy. By drawing from your virtues when relating to others, you're creating an environment for that virtue to grow, mature, and expand. Let's use love, for example. Contrary to popular opinion, love is not a feeling. It's a decision that's backed by action. You choose to love people, and you don't necessarily have to feel loving to make that decision. So let's imagine you're at a conference, and you notice a stranger sitting all by himself. You see from his expression that he has a lot on his mind. So you walk up to him to strike up a conversation. You both talk, and at the end of the day, you got to uplift his spirit. You intentionally chose to express love to him, and in so doing, you subconsciously made your love to grow. But that's not all. Your action activated love in that stranger too, and he's likely to spread the gesture to others. Joy works similarly. Your joy level shoots up when you express and receive it from other people. People are generally happier when they can make others happy. And you don't have to be a philanthropist to do this. Start right from where you are, with the people you have. Intentionality and mindfulness will help you see the emotional needs of people around and how you can help. Sometimes it's as simple as giving your kids more attention, listening to your partner express themselves, or helping a coworker out. If you want, you can take bold steps to do things you've never done before, like visiting random strangers in the hospital, volunteering in the community, or offering to help elderly people. Whatever you do, make it a point to put a smile on people's faces as often as you can. Chapter 6. Be grateful for the little things. Gratitude is a mystery. It's so simple, yet powerful, and the greatest tragedy is that many people seem to just ignore it. It's hard to be grateful in today's world unless you've been living under a rock. If you live a normal life like the rest of the world, then you've experienced the dark sides of the media. Newspapers, TV, radios, and social media are all littered with negative news. And as if that's not enough, by spending any reasonable time on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and any other social media channels, you become prone to getting intimidated because of the inferiority feeling that arises from seeing your mates living lifestyles that you can only dream of. How do you expect to be grateful in a world like this? The way out is to be content with what you have. Contentment doesn't mean you shouldn't seek a better life. It just means you're happy with where you are. It means you're not worried, itchy, or comparing yourself to others. Having this disposition makes gratitude easier to practice. When we're faced with challenges, gratitude opens us up to a larger perspective that helps us more effectively address them. James Baraz. Start now. Pause. And think of the things in your life that you're grateful for. It could be your job, your spouse, your health, or even the country where you were born. Identify 5 things you're immediately grateful for. Close your eyes and feel the gratitude in your being as you meditate on those things. Notice how your body responds to this gratitude. The secret of gratitude is contentment. The next thing to do is make gratitude a habit. Here's how. Determine to list out 3 to 5 things you're grateful for at the end of each day. Preferably, do this with a partner, a romantic partner, or a friend. Before going to bed, both of you would text or email each other 3 to 5 things you're grateful for this day. You'd be amazed how this will transform your life. Did you know? Several studies have linked gratitude to sound health. Grateful people are generally happier with life and tend to be least prone to cardiovascular diseases. Conclusion. We enjoy life as children because someone takes care of us and we have nothing to worry about. When we need something, we just cry or shout, and our attuned caregiver will reach out and meet our needs. But adulthood demands responsibility, and not just that. Becoming an adult means getting in touch with your emotions, desires, and dislikes, and experiencing the world for what it is. It can be tough, since that means having to experience unmet desires, frustration, grief, and suffering. All these tend to bury the natural joy we used to have as kids. But that doesn't have to be the case. You can learn to live a happy and fulfilled life even amid pain. We've outlined proven processes to help you do that in this summary. Perhaps the most vital of all the processes outlined are gratitude and mindfulness, since they govern all the others. Practicing mindfulness gets you in touch with yourself and your immediate environment. It makes you more appreciative of life, changes your perspective for good, and improves your relationships, among other benefits. Gratitude is like the cement in all this. This is because mindfulness helps you see the good, the bad, and the ugly without necessarily arming you to do anything about it, but gratitude helps you see the good in even the seemingly negative situations. For example, a person with cancer can use mindfulness to live in the moment, but gratitude will help her appreciate the support she's getting from family and friends. Try this. Get a gratitude partner who is equally interested in awakening joy. Daily exchange your gratitude points over the phone or via email.